They deserve to choose for themselves. You die with them.
I do love you. You gotta understand, it's not me, it's them. It's not you, it's me. Okay, I think you do. Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and today, being that we're 2 weeks away from the NEMESIS being on its way out to the public, I just want to take a little bit of time to appreciate the NEMESIS that we had before. I thought it was an amazing, a great idea, even though it looked nothing like the NEMESIS, for them to try to incorporate it into TRYPTICON's, what used to be TRYPTICON's mobile attack base mode. I had somebody in the comments that asked me what I thought about core class figures. And I know a lot of people are like, they either like them or they hate them. There's kind of like no in between. Me personally, depending on what I'm playing with or making a stop motion with or just like looking at, I think core class is actually a really, really smart idea, because that way you still get a sense of scale with your toys as opposed to like the cities. Because like when we were kids, if you were born in the 70s, 80s, early 90s maybe, and we started getting these big guys, you had to realize that where's somebody? Even though this works with something this size, it's still not really scaled to it. You know what I mean? Like, it'll fit cars this size on it or whatever. But then you take a look at, which was a very hard to find figure. Take core class Soundwave, who does have a little cassette in his chest, doesn't transform, but it was still a great idea. Look at that. When you look at him versus the scale of this, or like the scale of the Ark, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And that's why I like core class. I think that they should make all the important people in core class, well, and they have pretty much, Optimus, Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, the Seekers, Rumble, Wheelie. And then, and at the same time too, a lot of these core class figures, as we've seen with Rise of the Beast RC, actually works in scale to, some of the other toys, some of the mainline Voyagers and, Deluxes. This is the perfect size for Wheelie, if you ask me. I don't think Wheelie and Optimus should be the same height. And even with core class, he's still a little teeny bit smaller than Prime. But they work wonderfully with toys like with your Titans. I've told this story a million times. I'll never forget the morning that FedEx showed up with my Thrilling 30s Metroplex. And I scattered all around to try to find my smallest toys possible to make it, to feel as though the toys were scale with it. But with Trypticon, his city mode to me is Scorponok, he shines the best. Hold on, let's get over there and look at him. Scorponok shines the best in his Scorpion mode. Omega Supreme looks great both ways, but the tank is a little bit too big. Because the track is like this wide, but the tank is like this wide. It still works, But also the difference between the old Omega Supreme, which a lot of y'all probably didn't have, the track rested on the ground, whereas this one is up on little ladders all the way around it. Looks amazing. Okay, when you circle back over here, this guy is menacing. He's awesome looking, just like Scorponok's Scorpion mode. This is how I prefer him next to his city mode. His city mode it's perfect to the first one. It's extremely close. You got brunt and full tilt, just like you did back in 1987. This one doesn't walk like the original did. The original walks. I don't have batteries in it. But anyway, yeah, this one originally walked. That is a great, update to a classic figure as it was. I cried the morning I got that Triptychon that Christmas. But anyway, the Nemesis mode, and they said it, I mean, it's on the box. I don't really feel like pulling the box out, but his ship mode was supposed to be the original Nemesis. And it worked. It worked. And I do have the stop motion coming, Optimus versus Megatron on Trypticon City, just like I promised. I did a little teaser of it last night. That video is coming. But now that we have the Nemesis coming, I gotta make room, because I gotta find somewhere for her to go, or I need to find a place to just put all my Titans together. His city mode is quite possibly the best. Metroplex's is good, but mine's a little old. One of the legs has like a crack where you unfold it or whatever. But this guy has stood up, and there was an issue when he came out about the hip and the hip joint, and there was multiple videos on how to fix it. Again, I've been one of those lucky people, just like with my MBK sniper. All the 90% of the reviews I saw, theirs was broken, or the arm broke within the first 2 times to transform. I saw one video, the dude transformed it the first time, and it broke the first time. Mine's still fine. A lot of people had problems with the hip. I've had this toy since it was released. My hip, his hip, my hip, everybody's hip is still in perfect condition. I transformed this thing so much, and I still do, because I love his city mode. The Ark, or as people like to call it, the pizza, or whatever, call it what you want, it's still a very, very, very awesome rendition of the Ark. Yes, the colors are off. I put a picture of this up the other day, and a lot of people were like, oh, it's yellowing. No, that was the way I mean, when you get it out of the box, these 2 pieces are completely different yellows than the other one. You can't tell on camera right now because the light's perfect. This is also another different yellow than the rest of it. If I'm moving in now, you can see it. That's not weathering. That's not Hasbro, whatever. This is how it came. But you're not going to get a better rendition of the classic Ark than you can of this, and it transforms. It transforms. I waited for this since 1986. One of the greatest Titans ever. And again, when you look at him with little core class Optimus, I mean, it's awesome. It is awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to rant and rave about how awesome the Titans are, and to let Trypticon know it's not just, look at me what I'm trying to do. It's not, I'm not replacing you. It's just that they finally made a better Nemesis. So it is what it is, bro. You will remain a city. You will remain a dinosaur. So with that being said, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. Let me know what your favorite Titan is. Who is your favorite Titan? What Titan would you like to see me talk about next, or whatever, or not talk about? Stop motion's on the way. If you get a chance to ever get this guy, if you ever see him, because after he came out, he was in Ollie's and Ross and Marshall's for like $50 a year later. Am I mad that I paid $199 for it? Nope, not at all, because that was my favorite guy when I was 9 years old. So anyway, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. We'll talk later.